Alright, so guys, here we are checking out the Magma atomizer. So I've taken it apart at the moment. This is generally, I'll show you how it looks in a moment. So this is the base. As you can see, it does have a rather large drip well, and that's really the main draw of the Magma atomizer. And you have your two posts here. One of them is positive, one of them is negative. Not really clear which one is which, but you know, if you hook up both, coils to both of those, you're bound to fire your coils, so you're good. And the airflow comes in through here, so it's set up ideally for a dual coil setup, with the airflow coming out here, much like your other atomizers, much like a tank atomizer. Really, it's like a K-Fun, Fogger, anything like that, really. Now, here is the airflow control ring. So as you can see, you have two sets of air holes, one for dual coil and one for a single coil with a maximum air hole size of 3 millimeters. So you're going to get relatively large clouds, so no need to worry about that. So as you can see, when I fit it in, you're going to get 3 millimeters on both sides. And this is the top of the atomizer. As you can see, there's logos on here, so it's, you'll feel like a bad person while you're using it, but you do save a bunch. And inside you can see that it is a dome, so you have a reduced chamber in there for additional flavor, and I gotta say, this atomizer does do it for me. This is the bottom, adjustable 510 connection. Now the thing with this atomizer, I've already reviewed the Veritas already, and I've owned this before the Veritas, but I'm just getting to this review, is that despite the relatively large drip well, it isn't as convenient as the Veritas. This is a lot bigger than a Veritas's drip well. However, you can see that if you overflow, you're pretty much fucked. I can guarantee you that the liquid is going straight into these air holes, and you're going to have a mod full of e-liquid. So that's not nice. And there's no real way to prevent it from leaking either. So it's, in my eyes, despite this being the first atomizer with the first dripper with a really large drip well, it's not as convenient as a Veritas. But however, it is a lot easier to build. So if you're not big into building, or if you're just not ready for that kind of challenge that the Veritas is, this could be a better setup for you. The other ideal way to set up the Veritas is with a variable voltage mod, really. So you can have a lot of wraps and still get a pretty good wattage. Alright, so now we're gonna build on this baby. Alright, so since today I am going to be setting this up on DNA 30, I'm going to want more wraps on this. So instead of using 26 or 24 gauge, I'm going to use 28 gauge. I'm probably going to do about, I want to say 10 wraps each side. 10 wraps is a good count. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's one coil. Time to make my other one. Since the first one I went counterclockwise, with this one I'm going to go clockwise, just so it'll be easier for me to shoot them through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Alright, so now I've got my 2 coils, just time to set them in here. As always, shoot them through the poles, or the posts. Ah, well, fuck. Got one set in, pull the leads apart, hold that in place, as well as just, you know, making it easier, giving you more room for the next one, really. Alright, got them both in. Pull this one in too. Alright, pretty much looks good. Just gotta tighten these up, and then fix the leads. Alright, all the leads are accounted for. Really good way to see if you need to doing a cleanup duty around the room. You don't want leads just hanging around the room. People might run into them. You might step on them. Generally not good. I'm probably going to get a big magnet soon just to pick up any leads, because that's kind of dangerous. Alright, now to put on my channel. Gotta fix these up. as always, sometimes maybe while you're fiddling with it, the screws might get loose, so you can always tighten those again. Yep, they got pretty loose. Fire that sucker up again. Fix the hot spots. Alright, they're both firing together, so I'm pretty much good. Time to wick this up. As with the Veritas, you're gonna want to make sure that your wicks go well into the drip well. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to soak up all the juice that's in there, pretty much defeating the point of having a large drip well. And generally, I think if you cut just a little past where the RDA ends, it's going to be long enough. So that is about right to lead into your drip wells, and after that you can just stuff them in. Oh, that one flew out. That ain't right. Alright, so now pretty much this is set up and ready to go. I'm going to drip some juice on there. The juice is, for anyone who's curious, it's just some old juice I have that I figured I should kill before you know, it went bad. So pretty much I just cut it. I think it was some Zero. I believe it's a Sour Bee by shit, let me check it. I have it laying around here. Sour Bee by Juicebox E-Liquids. Just gotta use that up. Cause you know, why waste money on more juice when I don't need to. And the problem with this one too is that, like, you do have to be careful filling it, whereas with the Veritas I can just kind of drop a whole bottle onto, or not a whole bottle, but a whole dropper onto the drip well. This one I have to carefully make sure that it doesn't go into the air holes, otherwise I'm gonna have trouble. Alright, time to fire this up. $30 watts, nothing too crazy, very vaporable though. Trying to have some fun with this. Now I'm just going to put it back together, make sure I actually use a dual coil configuration for the air holes. So let's see, got that set up correctly. Time to put the top back on. And I'm good to go.